That's a huge benefit if you can reverse the type 2 diabetes compared to lowering cholesterol, which has almost negligible benefits. Gaining an extra 6 or 7 years of life makes a difference. Gaining 3.2 days is arguably less important. So what about that other major risk factor for health span? Cancer. Again, we know that there are a lot of things that cause cancer. A lot of things are things we can't do anything about. That is, again, age and sex and family history and so on. But of the things we can do something about, once again, two factors stand out head and shoulders above everything else. Number one, smoking. So again, we know that smoking is bad. You probably shouldn't be smoking. That's okay. But number two is the diet and obesity. It is a major contributor to cancer and really outranks almost everything else you can think of in this chart, which is from the National Cancer Institute. So things that we worry about like sedentary lifestyle and alcohol and family history, occupational factors, they actually don't matter that much. What contributes heavily, other than not smoking, is the diet and avoiding obesity. So in terms of obesity, there are a number of diseases which have been identified as obesity-related cancers, and this is well established. And this includes important cancers such as breast cancer and prostate cancer and colon cancer, which are the number 2, 3, and 4 cancers in the United States. Number 1 is lung cancer, but that is mostly related to smoking as opposed to obesity. And why is this important? Because these are modifiable, that you can do something about your weight and you can do something about your type 2 diabetes. And the problem is that things have been going in the wrong direction for some time. You can see that in the United States, if you look at obesity as defined as a body mass index greater than 30, it's been steadily going up since the late 1970s. And closely behind that was the epidemic of type 2 diabetes. So if you think about how to lose weight, the most important two variables are one, what you eat, which is your diet. And there's lots of debate about what the best diet is, what what should you eat vegetables, should you eat meat, should you eat carbs, should you eat fat. There's a lot of debate, and I'm not going to get into that. But the second critical factor, if you're thinking about obesity and type 2 diabetes, is this: the fasting interval. Why? Because remember that type 2 diabetes and obesity are simply an excess of stored energy. You have too much sugar or you have too much fat. If you extend the period where you're not eating, which is fasting, then you're going to allow your body to use up that stored energy. And that's going to make a crucial difference to your weight in terms of body fat and as well as your glucose stores. If you can reverse the obesity and reverse the type 2 diabetes, then you're going to lower your risk of cardiovascular disease as well as cancer, and that's going to make a huge difference to your health span and longevity.